Since 1994, this once vibrant American residence has become a forgotten relic, shrouded by the relentless growth of nature, making it almost unrecognizable from the street. Yet step inside and you will find a time capsule where every detail remains unchanged. The house belonged to the Hopkins family. The parents were Mrs. Minnie and her husband, a veteran. They had 2 children, a son named Lee and a daughter named Gwendolyn. The Hopkins family were a close-knit unit and they were deeply concerned with each other's well-being. Our later investigation revealed that the Hopkins family was the victim of hate crime against African Americans in eastern USA. They were harassed and threatened and eventually felt like they had no choice but to leave their beloved home behind. Let's explore this forsaken home of the Hopkins family and relive the memories for one last time. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Bros of Decay. I'm yet again in the United States and I have found another place here. And this place yet again used to be of an African American family. It seems like the African American community leaves a lot behind. A lot of memories, a lot of houses with everything still in there. And that's what we have noticed throughout our explorations in the United States. But anyway, this is a very beautiful place that we have for you today. It used to be of the family Hopkins, and from the dates that we see in this place, it has been abandoned since the year 1994, even before I was born. I'm very excited to explore this one. Let's not forget to put on our gloves to protect all the items that are inside of this place. And when we are done with that, I'm ready to explore this incredible time capsule. Let's take you guys on a tour throughout this magical place. So let's start off the video, and the first thing I actually want to show you is through the doorway here, where we came inside of the place earlier, and have a look at the front yard of this place. It's completely collapsed. As you can see, there's rubbish everywhere, and I think this used to be some sort of a front porch outside here. Wow. I will later on in the video show you the complete outside of this place, but you will have to wait for that till the end of the video. First off, we're gonna have a look inside and see what's left behind over there. Okay, let's turn around, because this entrance hall is actually very narrow, especially because the door doesn't open all the way up anymore. But here, the people came into the house. You can already see after those 28 years of abandonment, that seems like a lot of years, the paint is chipping off. This is the upstairs, like this is the way to the upstairs. But first off, when we enter into the house, we immediately end up in the living space. And even here, hanging from the door on the coat hanger, is one of the jackets of the former men that lived in this place. Maybe the father, maybe one of the sons. But as I told you before, Minnie used to be the last person living in this place. Her husband had already passed away and her children moved out when they were old enough. So she was left up alone inside of this place. But even though that, I read a lot of messages and a lot of letters that her grandchildren still visited regularly. That's a very nice thing to see. All her memories are still left behind. Even here on the floor, you can see one of her last shoes lying on the floor. We have a record player standing here with probably one of her favorite songs still on top of there. Albertina Walker, And the avalanche shore. Oh, this is a church song. I can go to God in prayer. We even got a memorial for Mr. Martin Luther King hanging here on the wall. And this, everybody, was one of her grandchildren, or still is, because they are most likely still alive. The TV standing here in the corner of the room. Wow. We got a lot of couches in here. She had, I believe, 2 children. Yeah, she had 2 children herself and 4 grandchildren right now. It was already a pretty big family to come into the house. Everything is still untouched, left here behind. Just like the day in 1994 that she left this place forever and went to heavens. A very religious family as well. God bless our home. That's a sign that we see a lot in the United States coming back. Lovely curtains hanging around the mirrors. Windows, what am I saying? And here we got a high school picture. Okay. Very nice high school picture. One more picture of our grandchildren. The Methodist hymnal. Oh, this is probably a booklet with all the songs to sing in shore. Wow. And then we got one of the coolest pieces that we're gonna see in this side of this house. This is an accordion. And this is actually the first time ever that I'm exploring in a house and that I found an accordion. Okay, let me put the camera down for a second because I want to test this out. I want to test if this one still works. Show this closer. It's an Hochner. Hochner? It's a German brand. It says on here, made in Germany. Wow, it's a beautiful piece actually. You have some buttons here on the front. Then this still functions. How cool is that? That's beautiful, everybody. Wow. I just love it. It's probably one of my favorite new instruments that I've ever found. That's insane. And then above this table with the accordion there, we have the stove behind it. A perfection stove, it says on the front. Perfection. This is my house and I will do as I dare and pass. Okay, that's a nice quote. I've never heard that before. And then this wonderful clock face here. With the beautiful design down here. I think this also opens up. It's very fragile. I don't want to destroy it. Oh, that's beautiful. You can see the insides of this clock face. And even the mechanism you can still show. You can even see all the gears on the top here. Wow. Let's close this beauty up. We got another quote hanging on the wall with a peacock above it. This might have been Minnie that we see over here. Or maybe one of her daughters. That's also a possibility. And still a bracelet with diamond inlays or sapphire or something. Still lying here on the side table. Oh. Don't like it when it's like that. I will always close it up. Wow, beautiful lamp right next to the sofa. And they still left the plastic on top of the lamp. On the lamp cap. 2 more children. And yet again, you see so many pictures inside of this house. And that's the case in every single African American house. All the pictures of the people are left behind. It's a very strange sight. Because when we come into houses of people of different cultures, that's not the case. Most of them just only have a few pictures left or nothing at all. But here, every single picture seems to still be present inside of this place. I love this one actually, it's a beautiful picture. Here, one more of those lamps with the lamp cap still on there. And a painting of Venice above this wonderful upholstered couch. I was gonna point it out and I love this one. It's literally one of the most beautiful couches that I've seen in America, maybe even in my time exploring. Look at the craftsmanship on this one. Red upholstery on there. Wow. The carvings, everything about this chair is just wonderful. And then we still have the coffee table over here with a family picture, might be of Minnie and her husband, and then 2 children with them. It's completely broken over here. Even more pictures of a young boy. All the plants, the fake plants, are still on there, the swans. And even some letters from the family are still here. Here we have a letter, and I will read it to you all. Dear Grandmom, how are you doing? I miss you, and I haven't had time to write you. I would like to finish this part of the... Oh, I finished this part of graduation. I'm an officer. E3 is what it's called. We'll explain, Mom, later. We'll be on the leave this week, and we'll call you then. Love, your grandson, Charles. And it's written towards Minnie Hopkins. Wow. It seems over here, with this sentence, I'm an officer too. That might be that she, Mrs. Minnie, also was an officer. That's very interesting. Or maybe her husband was an officer. Hopefully we can find something else throughout this place that will explain that little clue to us. Okay, and then from this room it's time to enter into the kitchen. Let me now show you the kitchen, and I'm gonna warn you beforehand, this is a very beautiful kitchen and there's gonna be a lot of things to see in here, so it's gonna be pretty long. But I'm just sitting here on the chair and looking over this place, and it feels so cozy. It feels just like Minnie could come back in here, start cooking on this beautiful stove that we have over here to the left. You can still see the kettle standing on the stove for when she would make tea in the evening. Wow. The plate still standing here, and all the kitchen equipment is also still present. She's great, just like she would use it the next day. I hope one day they will come in here to collect everything that's left, including all those memories that are in here. Jellied cranberry. This is something that I've never seen before. I'm not a big fan of jelly, but I've only eaten it once in my life and I absolutely hated it. This one is probably already spoiled a long time ago. But it's a very American product. Wow. The wallpaper is completely peeling off the walls here. And look at this little cabinet that's standing here right next to the stove. The door has fallen off it. We can look in here. This was a storage cabinet for all the spices and all the foods that they needed in the kitchen. Oh my god, it's crazy how this has completely rusted away and fallen off. Okay, and then next to it we have the fridge, Philco fridge, standing here in the corner. Let me open that up. And that one seems to be completely empty, luckily. And in the kitchen here, hanging on the wall, we also have the medical cabinet. Okay, let's have a look inside of there. Clutch. A medical cabinet in the kitchen is actually a very good idea, because when you cut your finger or something like that, that's the most accidents you will get in a house. And then you immediately have your medical cabinet at hand. Oh, there's also an eau de cologne inside of this cabinet. Dent lock holds dental plates, probably for braces or something like that. Very cool cabinet, medical cabinet, I must say. Lots of oils also still left here. Okay, and before we view the rest of the kitchen, we also still have this room here to the side. I think this was sort of a storage room attached to the kitchen to store different things that are needed in the household and in the kitchen itself. And they yet again have another medical cabinet standing here. Machine oil, oh my gosh. Of course, we have some American flags lying here. America. People are so patriotic in this country and I just love it. Wow. Look at the paint that's chipping here from the wall. Wow, if you touch it, it just falls down. Green wall over here. And even all the paint on this cabinet here is peeling off. Wow, food processor from back in the time. And then also here in the room, Minnie had her sewing machine. And here she would sew up all the clothes that the children would break when they were outside playing. It's just a fantastic piece. As you can see, let's see if the sewing machine is still underneath there. Let's lift this beauty up. Oh my gosh. Wow. A Singer sewing machine still left here with a big ball of wool right next to it. Oh my gosh. Pretty crazy. And even the umbrella is still left here to the side. Wow. This is insane. Let's have a look at the rest of the kitchen. There seems to be no sink in this one. I've not seen a sink over there and not over here. Where is the sink actually? I'm pretty surprised by that. Oh, very interesting. Lots of beautiful cabinets around here. And all the cups and plates are also still left here. Nicely designed. Let's see what's on there. Oh, this one is made in Japan. Harvest Japan. And pears are of course a very unique product to the country of Japan. They're very sweet over there. Wow. There's nothing on this one. A lot of Japanese style of china still left in here. Circus O's. Probably the children's favorite breakfast. When did this expire? I'm very curious about that. I can't see any dates on this packaging. Wow. Oh, look at this can opener that's standing here. The automatic can opener from back in that day. Interesting piece. And there's also a lot over here to this side. These Pepsi bottles, for example. This is a design that we don't have anymore. For years, it looks so vintage. I just love it. Just neatly stacked up here. A bread box above it. Oh, and a coffee pot. Glasses and the plates and everything are still here in the cabinet. Isn't that just fascinating? What more do we have? I think we've covered everything that's on here. Maybe also still look in here. Oh, it's insane that everything, all the cups, all the plates and all the things that the people ever used are still in these cabinets. And they also had a television standing here in the room. So when they were having dinner together at the table over here, they would be able to watch television when they did so. Maybe they watched some games over here, maybe something else. Even all the playing cards are still on the table from their last match. And the cigarettes that they smoked are still in the ashtray. Sometimes I'm just so amazed by how a place is left behind. It seems like in an instant, like this, the people that once lived here, Minnie and her family, just disappeared. The Hopkins, they just disappeared in an instant. And that's actually why I love exploring these places. It's just such a surreal feeling to find these places like this. There's also a fan still standing here on top of the table. Interesting, and also an oil lamp right next to it. Wow. The cutlery. And here somebody tried to open this can, but never finished it. Like the opener is still on top of it, and the can is still full, probably with beans or something else. This is a three-person table over here. 3 people could sit here. And there's just one plate left over here in the middle. Wow. And then we have the beautiful stove standing here in the middle of the room. Duotherm, it says on here. I'm not sure what kind of stove this is. I think this was some sort of a gas stove. You have a knob over here that you can turn it on and off with. And this seems to be some sort of a music box. Yeah. Okay, very interesting. And then over here, everybody, we have the calendar. 1994. This was the last year that Minnie lived inside of this place. We also have another calendar here to the side that says August of 1994. Unfortunately, nothing has been written on this calendar. Maybe there's one behind it. Over here, also nothing has been written. This is 3 years before I was born even. That's how long this place has been abandoned. And then we have this pretty fascinating room over here. At one point in time, this used to be the dining area of the place, the formal dining area. So when guests came over, they would have dinner in here. But as you can see, Minnie threw a lot of things into this room for storage. There are a lot of chairs in here, a lot of plates on the ground, lots of pots. It's just crazy how many things that are in this room and used as storage. Wow. I love these chairs that we have here in front of us with the tiger print on there. I can see a fan over there standing. Big chairs for a bar. Wow. These are most likely the Niagara Falls. I still have to visit them in the United States. I haven't gotten there yet. Look at all the cups and glasses and everything that's stored here in this cabinet. Isn't that just fascinating? We also have a hat from somebody here. I'm gonna try to get over this pile of pots and pans and china and everything. Oh my god. Excuse me. It's the only way I could do it. Oh my gosh. There are even some lawn chairs standing here. Wow. Have a look at this cabinet. Insane. There's even a crucifix left on the middle of it. Mr. Jesus Christ. All the glasses also still there. Mark Leo, it says on this one. Some sort of a CD. And then over here, everybody, we have all the pictures of the people. And I'm actually most intrigued by this one, because we just saw the letter where the grandson said that he was became an officer, and this might have been that grandson that we were talking about. I'm still very curious who of the family, if Minnie, if her or her husband used to be an officer as well. All the children that used to live here are all depicted on these pictures, and it's so sad that these people just don't care about the memories that are left in here. The whole table is also still filled with all the pots and plates and cups that they used to own. And as you can see, yet again, this is Japanese design depicted on these cups. You also have these decorative plates hanging here on the wall. Atlantic City, New Jersey, convention halls that I probably went there on a little vacation one day. The Lord's Prayer. A lot of religious artifacts as well. Okay, everybody, what a beautiful room. Now it's time to leave this downstairs behind. We're gonna climb up and show you the most private part of this entire household. The upstairs floors and the bedrooms. Okay, let's head upstairs through this hallway, up the stairway to the top floors. Over here you can also see that the wallpaper is peeling loads of the walls over those 28 years of abandonment. Jeez. This wall looks insane if you look closer at it. And then we end up on the top floor of this building. Okay, curious, what room should we take first? Oh, look here on the floor, already a big pile of clothes lying there. And I think I'm gonna take this right room first. Ooh. A chamber pot lying here on the floor. This is actually the first one that I found in the United States. For the people that don't know what a chamber pot is, this is where you do your duty inside at night. Sorry. Oh, I love this hat that's lying here on the floor. A very typical American hat. And probably one from Minnie herself. I think this deserves to be laid up here. And then we have this lovely bed right next to it. This lovely chair right next to it, where you can dress up in the morning, put on your clothes, put on your socks. And then we have ended up in a very unique bedroom. You can see a double bed standing over there and a single bed standing over here. The pillows are still on there, the bed sheets are still on there, just like how they left it behind all those years ago. This looks like a convention hall with these panels up here. I love how this is made. Wow. They have these big TL lamps in the middle of this room. This is just crazy. This untasteful, I would say. But maybe these people didn't have enough money to put in nice decorations. Have to be careful walking through here. Okay. And then we come to the front of the beds. Like I told you, this is a double bed and a single bed. Maybe the parents, Minnie and her husband, had to sleep together and the child was also still in this room. No privacy at all. This sort of statue lying here on top of the bed. Look at this. This is of a dog. Wow, plaster statue. That's beautiful actually. Then this metal box lying as there as well. And a television standing here in between the beds. Even there are antennas on top of this one. That's something I haven't seen in a long time. Wow. The bed right next to it. Of Minnie and her husband. Here they had to put a plate in front of the window, probably because it was cracking down, but now the whole window has fallen out over time and ivy is growing inside. Nature is taking this place back over. A cabinet for the clothes. Some chairs right in front of it here. And we even have some sort of a vanity standing here at the end of the room. Where the ladies could make themselves beautiful in the morning. Wow. Let's look over here what we have. Some feathers inside of this one. See some horses on there. A nice plate. I think of a Russian community. Made in Finland. Okay. They have a lot of artworks and different kinds of designs and plates and cups from all over the world. From Japan, from Finland, I saw from China. Very beautiful. Okay. Let's go further. Here behind the door, we also still have some clothes hanging of those people, some formal clothes. And then we end up in the next room of this place. Ooh, was this a bedroom at one point? Yeah, I think it might have been a bedroom. at some time. You can still see there is a mattress standing there. Okay, let's try to get closer. It's again a very difficult endeavor to go through here. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm standing on. Maybe I don't even want to know. Oh, there's some beautiful furnishings inside of this room as well. Look at the cabinet there in the corner. And there seems to also be a stairway leading down here. Okay, I have to check this out before I go further into the house. Okay, I think I can stand on this one. Huh? We haven't seen this stairway downstairs. Let's have a look down here. Okay. Where does this go to? Lots of spider webs as well in front of me. This is completely closed and locked up. I don't even know where this goes to. This is very strange. Okay, let's go back up. A stairway leading to nowhere. Very interesting piece of furniture we have over here. I think there used to be a window in here. Very interesting piece of furniture. Some plates in there. A bed, here's the nightstand from this bed that once used to stand here. And a lot of different things. They used this later on as a storage place. The whole ceiling is also collapsing in this room. I've also just noticed that there are a lot of Christmas decorations lying in this room. This one, for example, these big electric candles. And then like all the Christmas decoration here on the floor. And there's even still a Christmas tree over there in this room. Interesting. Let's now try to go back. Whoa, this chair is very unstable. Okay, 1, 2. Oh my god. What I do for you guys is insane. It's just insane. But I love it as well, so no worries. We have also a vanity in this room as well. A very beautiful piece of furniture. And this chair here in the corner. Oh, and I just also noticed that there are some cigar boxes still on the floor here. They seem to be empty, unfortunately. Wow, lovely decoration. Okay, let's go further. We have 2 more rooms to cover in this place. Well, I'm asking myself right now, where's the bathroom of this place? We've seen this room. This one is also a bedroom. And this is also a bedroom. So there's literally no bathroom in this place. Where did these people wash themselves? Was this such an old house that it didn't have a bathroom? Because my grandfather actually also lived in a house without a bathroom. And he built it himself later on. So yeah, I'm just wondering, where did these people wash themselves? And this room, yet again, we have another vanity. Wow. Chore books still lying here as well, even more. Because we already saw some chore books downstairs. Wow. We got this newsletter over here. It says, "World wonders what to expect about Sadat." And this one's from 1900, October 1981. Even their credit cards, even Hopkins Minnie credit card is still lying here. And this is a medical insurance program card. Still lying there. I'm not gonna show that close up, but they literally left everything in this place, as you can see. This is sort of the same cabinet as we saw downstairs in the kitchen. And all our clothing is still neatly placed inside of here. Here you can get a sense of what kind of style Minnie used to have and all her clothes that she used to wear. Wow, her scarves are still up here. And in this box, everything from coffee pots till bakery items, everything is still in there. This is actually such a sad house to walk through. I just don't understand. Her children are still alive. but don't seem to care. The bed, the pillow still on there, the blankets still present. I think this was Minnie, her last room, because we also saw the most clothes in this room. I think this was the last room that she lived in. This is also the neatest room of the whole house. Here's her vanity, where she would sit in the morning to put on her makeup, her perfume, and look at herself one last time in the mirror. This was an ashtray, everybody. Okay. Even a holder up here for a cigarette. There's pepper and salt and vinegar dispenser on top of this vanity. What's that doing here? You can even see the spider webs inside of this drawer. And this over here on the wall most likely was one of her sons that she was proud of. He said also in the letter that he was graduated. And this was Olin Mills, it says over here. This might have also been a signature from the photographer. I'm not sure about that. Okay. One of her dresses still hanging over there on the windowsill. And the chair that she used in the morning to put on all her clothes. They just vanished. Wow. A hat also lying on the floor in this room. Let's put it nicely on top of that chair. I got a picture of a young boy in a military outfit over here. Again, a lovely radio. These people were music lovers. They love to make music. They love to make art. It's just fascinating to see. What a room, everybody. What a room. So many things to see in this one. Okay, back in the hallway right now. And let's have a look at the last room in this place. This was yet again a double bedroom. I think I might have been wrong about the two children. There might have been more children living inside of this place. Wow. Two chairs here in front of this desk. Let's have a look. A dictionary for boys and girls. Webster's Elementary Dictionary. This might have been something from the school that they intended. Good use in English speech, it says on there. Very interesting. It depicts all different kinds of items in here. And it's lovely to see that these two beds are also still made. The pillow is still on there after 28 years of abandonment. Meat grinders here at the top of the bed. Why are they here? I have no clue. Oh, a lovely picture of a baby. Those are some fond memories. And the vanity standing here at the end of the room. I'm wondering what the crime and dirt that on there is. Like the whole mirror is covered in it. Maybe there are feces from animals that came into the house when it was abandoned. We also have this chest here. Beautiful chest in front of the bed. Some blankets in there, but nothing much more than that. Wow. Very interesting house, everybody. Let's see underneath here. Got some shoes left over there. Shoes of those children that lived in this room. And then there was one last room on this side. Let's have a look at this one. Ooh, do I fit through here because the door doesn't open anymore? Is this a bathroom? Oh, this is actually a stairway again. Oh my god, have a look where we ended up. A jacket hanging here to the side. There's a lot of feathers on the ground from this pillow, I believe, that exploded on here on the ground. Let's see if it's still safe to walk up this stairway. Okay. A watermelon toy car lying here on a stairway. Jeez, a lot of toys of the children as well. I want to actually try to go to the attic. Hope there's no animals up here. Oh my god. Have a look at this. This is very unstable. Let's try to put this back. I hear a lot of trembling on the ground up here. Okay, interesting. But there's not much to see on this attic. Some bed frames and some other kind of things. Oh. And now I have to go back safely down and out of this house. But already this was a very interesting exploration. I still gotta show you one thing, and that's the outside. Let's go there right now. Okay, now it's time, everybody, to go outside. Like I promised you in the beginning of the video, I'm gonna go show you the outside of this place, but it's very difficult to traverse the terrain around this place. Oh, I'm stuck somewhere. Bro, can you help me? Yeah, okay, thank you. Oh. Like I told you, I think outside here used to be a patio of the household. Have to be careful going over here. Oh my god. There's even still a chair and everything outside here down in the rubble. I'm always gonna close the door. Always a good thing to close everything when you leave a place behind.
Absolutely, man.
Wow, look over here, man. There's even a painting hanging on the outside of the house.
What the heck?
Of a dog or something like that.
This used to be the front porch one.
Yeah,
you
this
can
was...
also still see the windows and everything.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, a patio or a porch of this place. Look at the overgrown outside. It's just insane. Okay, let's go try to go a little bit further. We even have a chair left here. Oh. Okay. Have a look at the outside of this place. Isn't that just insane? Wow. So I want to thank you all for watching this week's video. What a place. Minnie, I want to thank you for your life. The family Hopkins as well. And this was yet again a confirmation that African American people leave a lot of memories and artifacts and history behind. It's just very strange to me why this community leaves so much time capsules behind in this country. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please like the video. Subscribe down there if you're new to the channel. Hit that bell notification button, and also there's a link in the description for Patreon. There you can help support the channel and help us travel around this beautiful world. Thank you very much, and I will see you next week in another episode. Bye bye. I love you.